Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and now we're still exploring Crystal Land.
Might as well skating or something.
So are we actually gonna? Oh.
And now here's this
behemoth.
here's this game's design of the behemoth monsters, and I like the 13 behemoths. What about you two?
They're fine.
I like it too. I like the fact that we combined the two types of behemoth.
Oh, wait,
the one that stands on all 4 feet and the one that stands on 2 feet.
All right, Joe, but this is what I was talking about in the last part. These techniques are special abilities I can use using TP points, technical points, which is basically the successfully unleashing a full ATB gauge of cricket abilities or earning a high battle rating replenishes TP. By using a technique... Okay, so basically I'm going to use the Libra ability. What's the Libra ability? It basically allows me to scan the weaknesses of a specific monster. So yeah, Libra on the behemoth. So yeah, there you go. I used Libra on this alpha behemoth, which means that from now on, every time I use the auto battle on this monster for the rest of the game, the auto battle will automatically select spells that the monster is weak against. So I no longer have to think about how to defeat this enemy ever again.
I love how the first technique that they give you is Libra, which, as you told me in the last part, is pretty much the most broken of them.
Yeah.
So, pretty much from the get-go, your first technique is pretty much throws away any incentive to really use any other techniques.
The problem, Jova, is that aside from summoning, there are actually 2 or 3 techniques you can use with these points, and only 1 or 2 of them are actually useful.
Oh, cool. This game is summoning.
Yeah, but summon is also consumed TP.
Are weird. Summoning in this game is weird.
Yeah, it is. But we'll get to that when we get to it. But the point is...
no, you'll see.
You'll see, Joe. But what I was trying to say, Teo, is that here's a thought that I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I generally find that Final Fantasy XIII has the best monster, and I don't mean gameplay. I don't mean gameplay design. I mean in actual artistic design. I find the artistic design for the monsters and the bosses and shit in this game to be the best since Final Fantasy VI. That's my thought. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think they look really good.
Yeah, they were done well, and at least they fit with the cyber technology setting.
I don't know. I find the monsters in this game to be really cool looking and memorable.
I really like the new design for the Ochu monster. That's for sure.
I like how the monsters give me a Zoids vibe. I loved Zoids growing up.
I've maybe watched only the first season of that. So yeah, Joe, that's how the star rating system works. It's basically replenishing.
Oh, I actually haven't done about
the star what
about
rating?
The rating system. You know, when we finish a battle and I get 5 stars or 3 stars.
Yeah, I know that. I thought we established that it hands out 5 stars like candy.
They're sending in.
No, well, I'll explain after this cutscene.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on.
I'll explain after this cutscene.
Oh my god, we haven't even done anything plot-wise yet, have we?
Nope, not really.
No, not really.
So what was the point of that long lane through the ice then? I mean, the crystals.
Oh,
hi, soldier.
It appears this game likes to ease you into the adventure. You know, like, we're taking a walk right now.
By this point in Nino Kuni, we were already way into the game, and we were already traveling to Hamlin.
Okay, you know what, Pedro? Say what
yeah,
you...
I mean, kids get their shit done, you know?
You know what, Pedro? Say what you will about Turnabout Rise from the Ashes, but that thing at least had me feel like I was actually doing something.
No, don't get me wrong. Oh no, Joe. Before, allow me to stop you right there. Turnabout Rise from the Ashes is fucking Shakespeare compared to this.
Well, not just that.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. Trust me.
Well, not just the writing, but also the actual...
The only real flaw in Turnabout Rise of the Ashes is that it's long.
Well, that's what I... Well, that's what I...
Even in terms of
one of the better ones if it's
crazy, I know.
Even in terms of pacing...
I agree.
Even in terms of pacing, Rise from the Ashes beats this game, like, easily. Don't worry, Joe.
Exactly. That's sort of what I was going for. It's like, well, as long as Turnabout Rise from the Ashes go, I'm pretty sure that by the standards, we would have been at least by the first...
Racism all the way.
We would have been at least to the first courtroom session at this point in Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah.
The sea are not human.
Oh, shut up, Hope.
That's enough.
Hey, even Vanille almost slaps him.
Okay, so...
Why doesn't she slap him?
What the fuck was that? She grabbed his arm. Listen, you stop saying, and then she kind of stops. Like,
Okay.
I think the idea was that Hope needed to remind it that he also too is LSC at this point.
Okay, is something going on with Benil? It's like, 1 minute she's scolding him, next she turns away. Is she like hiding something?
yes, you just called it. She's hiding something.
Again.
Well, it wasn't really that subtle to begin with, but
True. It wasn't that subtle. Right from the, I actually have to agree with Joe on this one. Yeah, I actually guessed right from the get-go that there was something weird about Benil.
Even the gameplay had something because she already had like 3 stacks of ATB at the beginning.
Yeah, that too.
Really?
Okay, so Jova, going back to what I was saying before the cutscene started. Basically, Jova, the rating system actually does have a logic to how it works, except it's an incredibly convoluted. Well,
you need to be faster and do the most damage.
No, Joe. No, Teo. Remember, did you see Mars Goals Part 3 of her review?
No, not yet.
She explains that. She explains how it works. She actually gave.
Well, let's hear it.
Hold on, I'm looking for the formula because it's really.
Hold on. It probably is on the wiki.
So basically, Eden is a Val C.
Yeah, Eden is a Val C.
Eden is the file C that basically takes care of Cocoon.
It's a reference to Final Fantasy VIII, basically.
Yeah.
I'm sensing there's some religion symbolism here as well.
I'm getting part 3 of Mars Goes review really quickly on another tab so I can explain to you guys. Meanwhile, Jova, would you please take reading duties?
Sure. The namesake of Cocoon's capital, this fallacy directs the others of its kind who support the world's day-to-day existence, while Cocoon's other fallacy do not communicate with humans. Eden does, presiding over Sanctum's otherwise human administration. So basically, Eden is another one of the political fallacy. Okay. Oh, and I guess that's
exactly.
it. Why do we even need to know about Eden anyway?
Okay, the formula is the score is calculated by target time minus battle duration, all of these multiplied by points per second, and the total is just plus 10,000. What?
Wait, plus 10,000?
It's a really convoluted, stupid formula. Allow me to get the formula actually, because I know there's. Mars Goal actually does do a very detailed explanation of it. Let me.
Wait. Plus 10,000? Look, I know the only games Final Fantasy I've ever played are 7 and 9, really, but I think.
No. 10,000 is a given number. It's not determined by your damage input stuff.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, 10,000 sounds like kind of a deal breaker in a lot of cases.
Okay, here it is. Target time, basically the rating is calculated with target time minus battle duration times points per second plus 1,000, and there's also an enemy strength divided by party member strength plus 8. It's basically an incredibly convoluted equation.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. The rating also has to do with stats on your team.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But then doesn't that mean that you could just abuse that by raising your team's strength party at that?
Yeah. The problem is just that you cannot grind for that.
Exactly.
And even then,
but even without grinding,
when you grind at max, even in the post game, you don't feel that powerful. And the gear they give you, they don't seem that powerful enough to boost that much.
Allow me to quote Mars Girl in her review of this game. Why isn't it just good enough that I beat the enemies quick with as much HP as I can? Why does it have to be this incredibly convoluted mathematical equation that makes no sense whatsoever? Because Mars Girl complains about that in her reviews, saying that there have been times where I beat the monsters with incredible speed and without pretty much any problem, and yet I still get a low rating. And yet there are times where, again, I even showed that off in the first part, that I almost die, and I still get a 5-star. It doesn't. This rating system makes no sense, basically.
What's even the point? It's not like it's even really challenging you.
Well, the more rating you get, as we.
Hold on, there was
motorcycles. Can we actually ride them like in Final Fantasy VII?
I was trying to see if I could avoid it, but no.
Oh,
anyway,
no, we can't.
Basically,
similar to the one of Tron.
That reminds me.
The higher ratings you get, the higher ratings you get at the end of each battle, determines how much TP you rejuvenate, and the kind of items you get at the end of it.
fighting a
Yeah.
motorcycle, I suddenly get Kingdom Hearts 2
Yes.
flashbacks.
But to be honest, Pedro, at least in my case, I got lower ratings only in a few occasions with optional bosses.
I kind of stopped caring about the ratings eventually.
Well, it was shown in my face. I kind of saw it. to
That
begin
reminds
with.
me, since we're actually fighting a motorcycle, I must ask, does this game do vehicles like how Final Fantasy VII did them?
Sure.
There is a vehicle sequence where you're driving a giant vehicle, but
Yeah, but it's completely wasted.
and it's the best. And honestly, gameplay-wise, it's the best part of the game.
But let me guess,
Really?
still not as good
I
as...
don't even know why they put it in the game to begin with, because it's short and it's not ever brought up again.
Let me guess,
Yeah.
still not nearly...
Okay.
Let me guess, still not nearly done as well as Final Fantasy VII motorcycle sequence.
No.
You wish, Jova, we had that level.
You see, it's sad when the best gameplay part of your game is a mini game that just happens once and is never brought up again.
Wow. So, how far are we into this game percentage-wise?
Anyway, Patrick.
So, how far would you say we actually are with this game's story at this point?
We're basically going along.
Tutorial stages, Jova.
Actually, we only
Oh my god.
we only finished the tutorial stage by probably part 30 by that. But okay.
So chapter-wise, we're pretty much still in the prologue stage, as you're saying.
No, actually no. We're pretty much underway with the main plot by this point. We're done with the prologue. Chapter 3 is where it really starts. Chapter 3, which is where we are right now, is where it starts.
Oh, yeah!
basically.
Oh, shoot, I forgot this game actually does have chapters of its own.
Hey, Lightning. Did Serah
How many
say
chapters
anything
are
to
there
you
in this
about
game
her
anyway?
focus?
No.
Even then, Pedro.
Okay.
So wait, Theo. I have.
Does it really?
Hold on, hold
You know,
on,
she
I thought you right.
probably didn't
Hold on, I
wanna
thought you
worry
right.
you.
Hold on, Theo. I have to.
Or she
Jova, think for yourself.
she
How
could
many
trust me.
chapters do you think this game has?
13.
Exactly. This game likes to do the number 13 gag, I guess, because I think it's clever. Anyway, Shiroi, what was your question?
You said the plot kicks in at like chapter 3 or something. Does it really kick in?
Well,
Pedro?
when I say it kicks in, I mean it kicks in according to the writers.
It kicks us. That's what it does.
Sure, let's go with that.
God, I'm actually wishing for more cutscenes.
We're
This is something
still
that actually...
here yet.
You know what I realized? Something... Cutscenes...
Jova, not that, because the problem is, I don't know if you paid attention to the previous cutscene, but the previous cutscene was completely pointless because
Yes.
they talked about nothing.
I know.
Nothing.
I
We
know,
have a special terms for this occasion. It's called talking about Pride Air.
I actually did pay attention to that, Tio. What I'm saying
That's
is that...
a good one. I gotta write that down.
I actually understand that, Tio. What I'm saying is that cutscenes seem to be the one beacon of hope that actually show me that we're actually getting somewhere with the plot. Even if the cutscenes are actually pointless, at least it
I get
actually
more
feels like some
enjoyment seeing
progression.
Gary's mod cutscenes made with the models from this game.
Oh, of course, I understand that. I guess what I'm saying is that
Whatever.
also, and maybe it's also about this terrain, but everything just looks so freaking the
I
same.
wish Sans, I needed to be so negative.
It's like, I think I've realized a formula. Once you get a cutscene, then you actually get
Oh,
something
boy.
somewhat
Don't
different.
worry, Jova. We just got. Don't worry, Jova. Don't worry, Jova.
Alright.
We just got done past Crystal area, so now we're in Temple.
We're probably gonna have to go back there anyway, since Snow's back there.
Ah, Behemoth.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, no. Snow gets rescued, but
Yeah,
we'll get that.
Snow will get rescued by plot convenience.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Literally,
So,
you-
yeah.
what
ruins.
I was trying to say is that can I talk about how dull the battle system is? I'm basically just the problem with the battle system is that there's such a sense of, disconnection because I don't feel like I'm actually playing. It feels more like I'm just telling the characters to play for me. All I'm doing is just auto battle.
Oh.
Again, again, to the defense of this game, yes, I can technically just go to the abilities thing and just pick my own abilities, but the auto battle works fine. Why should I even bother?
You know, it kind of really tells a lot about a game when the main, like when the top main option is literally called auto battle. It's like you can't even defend that. It's literally telling you to play it scripted.
Oh, and by the way, Joe, but I haven't actually broke something to you yet. You know how in Final Fantasy VII you can run from battles when you don't want to bother?
Yeah.
You can't run from battles in 13 and 13 too.
Yeah, I think he already knows.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, I did. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
right, I
think you
did.
mentioned
Sorry, audience. My brain can't work. Anyway,
Why?
yeah.
though?
So,
Well, oh yeah.
that's another big reason why I don't like battling monsters in this game, because every time I touch
You're
a monster,
forced.
I get a sense of dread because I know that I'm gonna be stuck here,
You know one thing I
and I have
realized.
to finish the battle.
You know one thing I realized.
You know, it would be fine. It would be fine if the battles, if I could actually gain experience points without limits, like like in other normal JRPGs, it wouldn't be so bad. But no, I'm level capped, which means that this battle right now is basically I've already maxed out the possible level cap that I can for this particular part of the game. So basically, this entire battle is just a waste of my time.
You know,
And by the way, Jova, one thing I still haven't brought up to you, Jova and Shiroi. You know how in Final Fantasy VII, like when you get through a battle hard, you kind of that battle really drained my HP. And maybe I should use some potions or some shit so I can heal myself, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? In Final Fantasy XIII and in Final Fantasy XIII 2, whenever you finish a battle, you are automatically fully healed.
Yeah.
Well, there are
Wow,
some.
that
Well, there are
was
some.
even more than I expected of a reaction.
There are some games
No,
that
no,
do
no.
that.
There's zero maintenance involved.
Eh?
But Final
Well,
Fantasy, but no.
there are some games that do that, but it depends on how it's executed. Like, okay, it's like say with
But this
Arkham
game is
City.
bad.
It removes
though.
all the challenge that could have been left.
But here it's not even executed well because it's zero. There's zero maintenance involved, which basically it's another element of challenge that is completely removed. That it was already in the previous Final Fantasy games, and they just removed it because again, Toriyama wanted to make it easier for people to just get back to watching the movie we wished he was making.
Oh, absolutely, Pedro. I agree. It's like, well, it
Oh
definitely
yeah,
did-
another thing we didn't actually brought it. Jova, another thing we didn't brought up. Okay, you know in other Final Fantasy games you need to go to cities in order to get your gears and stuff
Let
like
me
that.
guess, you just get gear
Yeah.
along the road.
Guess what? In this you do all the stuff on the save point. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
There's no actual cities or towns with
Basically, at the
shops.
save point, you order from Amazon.
But basically, there's no people in this world. We're just walking past deserted hallways.
You know what?
How am I supposed to be invested in saving a world that has no one living in it?
You're not?
You know, I just realized something. This game doesn't really seem like a JRPG when you get down to it. I mean, it's like,
That's what
well,
I've been saying from part one.
well, basically what I'm saying is like, well, it made sense in games like the Arkham games because, well, you didn't really have, say, those HP items, but of course that wasn't a JRPG. Here, though, you do actually have the HP items, and, well, there's not really much reason that you shouldn't be able to use HP unless, I don't know, some sort of gameplay gimmick, but no, apparently it's done every single battle.
Trust me, Jova. If you have a medic, like for example, right now we have Vanilla as our medic. If you have a medic slash a healer in your party, potions are pretty much useless.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much takes away any sense of challenge. Nothing new from this game so far.
Anyway, another thing that I don't think I was about to say something, but I forgot.
Is something going to actually? Will something please happen?
Don't worry. We're gonna get some quote unquote things happening eventually.
You know, at least with
Yeah,
David
I
Cage,
think
the
we're
plot
near
is.
to a boss fight.
You know, despite David
Don't worry,
Cage
don't
sort
worry.
of grounding you, at
We'll
least.
have stuff happening.
But yeah, what I'm saying is that another of this game's problems is that even if you're maxed out, like you said, you're constantly trapped in these sections for so long. I mean, heck, how many parts did we spend in like the crystal area? think like 3 parts.
2 or 3 parts. Actually, there was part 5, where half of before the crystal part, and then we spent half of part 5 in the crystal part. I think around half. If not half, maybe like a third.
Yeah, I guess that's sort of
part 6, and now we're doing part 7. So 2 parts and a half, basically.
It's like, well, maybe if it were like shorter parts that would work, but for how the story has been going, little has happened. It's like, well,
Hold on, Trilla, something is about to happen.
Yeah.
What?
We'll actually have a boss fight right now.
Haven't we just...
And now
never
you're gonna see another example.
The...
And now you're gonna see another example of why I hate Vanille.
What, is she gonna just look at the crystals and go up to them?
God, that wow she just made, it just looked like she was orgasming or something.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
judging by the
I think they
cameras...
all sounded like that. It's like,
Here we go.
there you go.
Hold on.
What the fuck?
So yeah, apparently this is supposed to be an
Is
adult.
she high?
I don't
I
know.
want to look around.
So yeah, according to official word, this is supposed to be an adult.
This is supposed to. No, she's 19 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, 19. That's adult.
Can we just can we just let the dragon here, please?
Yeah,
You should have just left her at home.
I'm sorry, but how
I
is
think
she?
it's like a rule double.
I'm not quite sure I've ever seen an adult act this
Yeah, it's like a
childish
rule, though.
before.
I remember what I was gonna say. By the way, I remember what was I gonna say. It's interesting that you bring that up, Joe, about this not even feeling like a JRPG. It's sad when Time and Eternity feels more like a JRPG than this.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, well, despite the game dragging in certain areas and some of those maps being incredibly large, at least we actually got to several places within one part. Here, one place takes up a good chunk and sometimes even takes up an entire area.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, as you guys can see, basically the best way to damage bosses is to stagger them. There's basically no.
There you go. Not healed once.
The strategy for beating every single boss in this game is to stagger the boss and then mash attack on it. That's basically-
and apparently the dragon can use the ship as a power source?
I don't know. I'm just.
Come on, Final Fantasy VII at least explained where bosses got their power from.
Alright, so second battle, and this time he puts on a barrier. What does
Let
the
me
barrier
guess,
mean?
we stagger
It does. Yeah, exactly. In order to bring down the barrier, we have to stagger him. So basically, nothing's changed. We're just doing the boss battle again.
I feel like I'm actually playing the game. This is not a good thing. No, seriously, I feel like I could actually just move my mouse to make it look like I'm pressing these, and it would feel exactly the same.
It's funny you mentioned, considering there's a PC version, I wouldn't be surprised if it requires your mouse to press the controls.
It can probably use either the mouse or the game.
It's a shame. It's a shame they never made a Final Fantasy 14 demo, because it would be cool for Jova to download the demo so you could at least get a grip of the battle system. Well, actually, Jova, there's an alternative. You can go to Tier 360, Xbox Live, and download the Final Fantasy 13.2 demo for the 360, because the battle system in 13.2 is the exact same as this one.
Yeah.
So you can use that demo as a way to, at the very least, get your own proper impressions on the battle system.
I don't have a 360.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. One of my cousins has a 360.
Oh. Okay.
That's how I
So
play
you-
360 games, is like I go over to a cousin's house when I want to.
Oh, alright then.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, apparently the boss is still a wussy.
Indeed.
I'm
Now
not
that I've
intimidated
staggered him, he
in
doesn't
the
have a barrier
slightest by him.
anymore. So now I can just basically pummel him into a submission.
I'm surprised they didn't leave this child at home.
Oh,
Or
but
just
Shira,
mixed her somewhere.
remember, Vanille is actually an adult, which apparently excuses everything she does.
Okay, Crystarium expanded, finally. So,
I'm
so
calling
yeah,
her
so yeah.
child because
So
that's her
you-
mental age.
The synergist roll and goes to Saz. Basically, Saz and Vanille won 2 new rolls that they can use. Basically, Saz can now cast
Buff.
buff
Vanille.
spells.
Out.
Okay,
and vanilla
Joe,
debuffs.
okay, Jova, you know how Final Fantasy VII has those spells like Protect and Shell, and we
By
also
the way, that pigeon is important.
yeah, that bird,
What is
that
it, a
bird is,
spy?
and no, it's not Hedwig. Before you guys say anything,
What is that? Is that pigeon a spy or something?
it's not a pigeon, it's an owl.
It's not Archimedes.
Oh, you're right. It is an owl. It looked like a pigeon for a bit there, but yeah. So was it a
All right,
spy?
so okay, so they found an airship, and Saz can
This
pilot
makes
airships
things
conveniently, so he'll get us out of here. Again, like I said, in the
forget,
previous
did it
part,
mention
why
in the-
didn't they just make Saz the Sid of this
You
game?
shouldn't be
Forgot,
so
did they
negative.
mention that he? Oh
You
yeah,
should
yeah.
get
I
your
think they
hopes
mentioned in the bot. Oh wait, that's right, the data log.
I mean, the actual Sid from this game doesn't really have any trademark Sid characteristics, so they might as well just make Saz the Sid of this game.
Why does Lightning
Yeah.
seem hesitant to go with them?
Because reasons.
Because whatever. Okay, so now we're going to cut back to Snow.
Because reasons.
Yeah, because we totally need to
let's-
go back to
Let's
Snow.
get back. Let's get back to Tails' favorite character. Anyway, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. So yeah, he's still. So
Yeah,
as you can,
notice how we made very little progress.
I
You know
don't,
what
I
I
think he even made
realized?
0 progress whatsoever.
You know what I realize? Snow seems
What?
to be Snow to Troy Baker seems to be the anti Batman and Robin to George Clooney. Basically, it's like, well, whereas Batman and Robin almost completely ruined George Clooney's career, Snow is technically what got Troy Baker recognized on the map. So I wonder how Troy Baker regards Snow. It's like, well, you know, considering how Snow is regarded these days by the overall Final Fantasy fan
Okay,
base.
how the fuck
I
do we
wonder if
know
he-
he's on the sea?
I guess what I wonder is,
No, it's a thing. Well, every time he gets asked about it, he of course plays it straight. Of course, I mean you can't just out publicly say that the role you're in sucks. Otherwise, you will not get work that way. You know.
You can only say it years down the line after you're retired.
Yeah, you can say that years down the line, but it's not a good idea for an actor to flat out say that the movie or the game sucks because.
Oh, he just impaled a guy.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just
Keep in
wondering-
mind, we're supposed.
I'm just
in
wondering
mind, we're supposed to like
hypothetically
this
what he
character.
thinks. I'm just thinking hypothetically what Troy Baker thinks of Snow.
We don't know. We don't know.
Hold on, I smell the air is freezing a bit. Oh,
So
okay, not
another
yet.
battle.
Yeah.
God, I'm getting Crisis
Joe,
Core flashbacks. Crisis Core flashbacks. Make it go away.
I just remember what I was gonna say before Joe interrupted me, but I can't because we're gonna have an important thing right now. But I'll try to hold on to that thought. God damn it, Joe! Stop interrupting me.
Hey, I can't look. The game reminds me of Crisis Core at this point. Sorry. No,
I
seriously.
wish just Jova died. Sorry, Snow died.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, so now his
Oh well, that's the
mark.
game over, everybody.
So yeah, his Lassie mark is now shining, and now.
Oh no, his music. She's finally arriving to stop this game forever.
I wish.
So let me get this straight.
I wish it was
What the-
music.
Eh?
These Jova are.
Okay, Pedro,
Why
are
do
you
they have
sure
wheels
this
for
game
heads?
still has the back?
Why do they have wheels
I
on
don't
the
really.
back
I
of
don't
their
really
heads?
mind the sheep. I don't really have anything particularly. I don't know.
Well, Jova, meet this game's version of Shiva.
Well, to be fair,
Shiva.
Teo,
Oh.
the Shiva summon has always been sexualized in every game, pretty much.
I don't mean that. I mean turning them into a twin motorcycle thing.
Wait, so we're
it's
doing
harmless. It's kind of stupid, but as far as stupid things go in this game, it's one of the
Hold
most
on, now we
harmless.
actually
So-
have to fight them.
Why does it
Okay,
look?
so
Why does it look
allow
like?
me to explain. Allow me to explain what's going on. Basically, the Lassie marking on Snow's chest. Or
Let me guess. You have to beat them to tame them.
Basically, yeah. Basically, when the game doesn't explain, but I'll explain it. Might as well.
So apparently
You
the
guys don't
sea
even care
can
about spoilers
summon
anyway, but,
Eidolons. How does that work?
Yeah.
Jova, it functions similarly to the way you make a contract with demons in the Shin Megami Tensei series. basically the Eidolon manifests itself when you're in danger, and you have basically to satisfy him in order for it to join in. Otherwise, you'll die.
Okay, so if Lassie can apparently summon these, why were we never told of this before? You'd think that they would bring up a major plot point like Lassie's being able to
casual.
summon...
It's casual. The characters didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait. So let me get this straight. Apparently Lassie never, ever summoned one of these giant creatures to their aid before.
Apparently not in the records they had.
Oh, come on! There have been countless, Lassie, from what we've heard. I'm pretty... That doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, notice the countdown on top of Snowset. Basically, it's this game's version of the Doom status.
Yeah,
when
indeed.
it goes to
Basically,
0, you're dead.
I'll explain it to you for Joe, because again, it doesn't really matter. Basically, every time a Lassie starts to give in to despair in this game, the Lassie mark starts acting up, and it summons the Eidolon that is inside that Lassie to basically, kill them. Basically, a blow of mercy. Put them out of their misery. However, if the Lassie manages to beat the Eidolon in a battle, he will earn control of that summon monster to do his bidding.
Oh, I guess that sort of makes sense as to why it would have been documented. Oh, well, then again, this suggests that the first person to ever do and survive against this is Snow of all people. Huh.
And Jova, the requirement, you actually have not to beat the shit out of the Eidolon, not in the common way you think. You actually have to satisfy some request. That's why Snow needs to do his Sentinel.
Exactly. Basically,
I know the tutorial told you exactly what to do.
All right.
That's a weird
Notice
thing
also
about
that
this
the bar
game.
of the Eidolon is called Gestalt bar because they wanted to be referential to Final Fantasy VI, but still.
Now, why is only one of them attacking you?
The other one is there to heal me. Basically, the way this works is.
This is actually the more easiest of the Eidolon fights. Trust me, the others are brutal in comparison.
So let me get this straight. These Eidolon are supposed... I have something to say, actually. These Eidolon are supposedly sent to put the Lassie out of their misery. Yet here we have an Eidolon who is literally curing a Lassie. So isn't this kind of the opposite of...
It's part of the plan, Joe. You see, Joe, but basically, they basically want to put them out of misery by having the Doom clock reach 0, And whenever your HP runs low, the other Shiva sister heals you so that. And yes, the Shiva sisters are a transformer.
Cool.
Or a double transformer in this case.
I thought they reminded me of RC.
Car games on motorcycles. I'm sorry, that picture looks exactly like that guy from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ah, Jack Atlas.
Or cycle.
Anyway, you were saying...
So, yeah. Okay, I was saying that basically they want to put them out of mercy, but we're using the Doom clock, that counter at the top, not so much the HP. Okay.
I got handed
So
to
how
you
is
for
the
taking
Cure
him down,
supposed to do that?
but don't gloat just yet.
So yeah,
You wish you'd let him in,
they gave him a chance to, actually try to submit them. Curing him will not really that matter because, the Doom clock is still ticking by that point.
So they're giving him a
but
sporting
Jova,
chance.
like I mentioned, this was the Ohio Aragorn. No, I mean, the boss fight we faced with the Shiva sister is the most easiest one of the Eidolon fights. Trust me, all the others are brutal in comparison.
I never really find them that much of a problem, quite honestly.
I still can't figure out...
Thank you. Somebody else with slapping Snow.
I'm sorry, that punch was too slow for it to actually do any damage.
I'm sorry to you, though, but from what you told me, there still is no reason for that Shiva to cure him. Ugh.
Yeah, well, to be honest, there's no reason for her to not.
It's just for gameplay reasons, Joe. Like, if she didn't heal, the boss battle would be impossible.
Serah.
Anyway, I might as well try to explain that thing I was trying to explain for a while now. Basically, you notice how when I beat that dragon boss, my Crystarium expanded.
Yeah.
Basically, Jova, Saz won the synergist role in battle. What means that he can now cast protect and shell spells, whereas Vanille won the saboteur role, which means he can now cast poison and other status and debuffs, basically status inducing spells and shit. And by doing that, and also since the Crystarium expanded, and yes, CGI cutscene. And since the Crystarium expanded, I can now level up again. But only up until where the game tells me I can level up. So yes, CGI porn.
The falling cat.
Who is that woman who knocks Snow out?
We're not gonna learn who she is until later on.
More if you paid attention.
Oh yeah!
It's gonna.
Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right. She looks like that girl who I noticed was taking a drink in that cutscene.
Yeah, that's her. She's called Fang, by the way.
Fang. I noticed that she has the same accent as Vanille.
That's your hint, Joe.
What, are they like sisters or something?
Yeah, this game is not very subtle.
Well, that's giving it away. Oh well, there we go.
They're not sisters, but but there's a connection between them. Let's just
Are they
say
the same person by any chance?
No. That has nothing to do with that. They're two separate people that know each other.
Let me guess.
We just don't know how exactly. And yeah, pretty CGI because that's all this game can.
Let me
The
guess.
only thing that this game can do right is pretty visual, so let's exploit the fuck out of it.
But even in some of these CG cutscenes, they couldn't even get basic things right. Anyway, about Fang and Vanille. Are they like linked to a prophecy or something? If they're not sisters or family or something?
No, they're just two people who are involved in all this mess somehow, but we still don't know. That's all I need to know. It's nothing prophetic, nothing all that special. Just don't worry about it. Basically, there's a hidden agenda when it comes to Vanille.
Well, there's
Basically,
no
there's a hidden
surprise.
agenda going. And now we're gonna get a speech by the Super Pope.
So is it possible that all of Vanille's childish acting is all literally just an act, and maybe there's actually a better character hidden somewhere underneath all that?
Hold on.
The Sanctum announced the successful conclusion of the
Hold
purge,
on.
along with the safe arrival of the cocoon migrants.
They're
to
onto
their new
something, but
homes
not
on Pulse.
quite.
Nothing that good, Jova.
Yes,
Hold on, meet
that is correct. There's no
Scott
denying the
Bullock,
enormity of
aka
the strain
Hades
of
from
purge
Critical
placed on us
Uprising.
all. But given the tens of millions of
This is
lives
Liam
at
O'Brien,
stake,
right?
No,
there truly
as
was
Scott
no
Bullock.
alternative.
Like I
Oh.
said. Yeah,
Oh.
he is as Scott Bullock.
He kind of sounds like Liam O'Brien.
Pedro, if you have saw Spoonie's review, he actually tries to find who Scott Bullock is, and he's actually the guy who
that's
tries
right.
to move away from
Okay, my video buffs.
Yeah, that's right. I actually forgot about that. Huh.
Guys,
by
my
way,
video.
sir.
Guys, my video buff.
We're nearly at the end anyway, Jova.
Basically, the Super Pop is bantering things we already know, racism and stuff.
I guess I'll go ahead to 37
I have to admit,
minutes.
though, his design is really cool. His character was designed specifically by Tetsuya Nomura, by the way.
I could tell.
Well, yeah, Nomura designed all the characters in this game.
Oh, I thought some characters were designed by someone else, but whatever.
It seems like almost all
He's a
recent
character
Final
designer,
Fantasy
that's his
games
job.
have
Well,
streamed.
I should be surprised at considering the amounts of belts and
It's
necklaces.
different, it's different for each game. When it comes to this game, he designed all the characters, the clothes, and all that shit. When it came to 13.2, according to some research Marsgo did, he only designed faces, according to Marsgo. When it comes to Lightning Returns, he designed the new outfits for Lightning and Snow, and that's it.
I'll go ahead to 38 minutes and 27 seconds.
That'll fix it.
Actually, Joe,
we're
we're already...
Go to
Very-
39.
Yeah,
Okay.
go to 39. We're...
Okay.
And more
Yeah.
CGI porn! Yay!
So basically, we jump from one CGI form to the other with an interlude.
You're at 39, Jova?
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh, okay.
49 and 0, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Basically,
yeah, by the
Jova,
way, another
basically,
proceed.
Jova, they're throwing more pretty CGI at us.
I can see that.
5, 4, 3,
Uh,
2, 1, go.
Go. There you go.
Fly in.
So yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
showing
I don't think that's a good idea.
Thank you. Let's fly in into the giant electrical-looking lights. That's
Can
a
we
good
leave
idea,
these to
right?
the pilots?
Basically, that's another false. There's another false, the Phoenix, which function as the sun of Cocoon.
So is this Eden that we were told about earlier?
No, it's Phoenix.
Basically, Joe, like we established at the end of Part 5, every single person in this game is a goddamn idiot.
Except for Saz.
Except for Saz, yeah.
Which is funny because I noticed Lightning trying to wrestle the controls away from Saz during that chase sequence. It's like, hey, who's the pilot here? Why was she even trying to anyway?
Because she's Lightning, she needs to be in control.
I like how the game keeps asking me if I want to save my progress. Like all I did was watch a few cutscenes, dude.
We're finally out of that crystal section. Jesus
Indeed.
Christ, we were there for so
see
long.
you for the next part.
Don't worry, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, see you then, guys.